Hi, everybody. My name's Cassidy, and I'm here in the Climatron, and joining me virtually is Deb Lalumondier, who's a senior horticulturist who works in the Climatron, and we are going to walk through with her and see what is blooming and what the Climatron's looking like right now. Hi, Deb.
Hi, Cassidy.
So we're starting up here at the entrance. I'm gonna flip the camera around to show the plants, and you can tell us what we're looking at.
Okay, let's see. Oh, everything looks so good. I haven't been there in a month now. The staff misses the place, but we do still have someone coming in and taking care of the watering, but we miss the day-to-day of being there. That is a type of ginger blooming right now. Quite lovely in Alpinia.
Okay.
What else?
I know everybody likes the zebra plant. The waterfall.
The waterfalls are off right now. Makes it quieter for the tour anyway. Sunbergia. It's always a good bloomer for us. Going down along the way. Oh, everything's still looking really good. It's nice to be there on a sunny day.
A little warm, but
yeah. Is it warm?
It's warm.
It's always warm in there when the sun is out. There's a pretty begonia.
Can you tell us a little bit about the watering schedule? I mean, this is a pretty water-heavy place.
Sidewalks a little wet right now. That's a hibiscus schizopedalus. The Climatron's a tropical rainforest, which means it rains every day. So there's staff people in there that water every day. Takes about an hour or two per day.
And that's something that's usually done early in the morning before
we normally the staff does it. We'll do it in the morning before the public comes in to keep the hoses off the sidewalk. Waterfall.
And we'll see if we can sneak past the watering happening right now. Hi.
Morning, Andrew. Afternoon, Andrew, actually.
We have some.
Everything looks so lovely. We missed it. Moving under the cycad ridge now. Oh. The cycad.
Yeah, this one always has those bright cones.
Normally has a big red cone. Double cone. It's Encephalotus ferox. Moving down, another large cycad. Go to the other side. Let's look up into the, where are we at there? Oh, Dracaena.
Yeah, right by the Dracaena.
Yeah, that is one of our older plants in the Climatron, planted around 1914.
Well, I wondered about, I noticed this earlier at the
That's a little walking iris.
Okay, it looked like an iris. I just wasn't sure. Very pretty. There's cycad.
Cycad aduli, the female cone on it. That plant is was a gift from the Mexican government after the 1904 World's Fair. So it's another one of our.
Yeah, so this plant has been in the collection before this predates the Climatron, right?
Yes, as I said, yeah, it's been here at least since 1904, and the Climatron was built in 1960, so it's been in the collection for a while.
Yeah, it's the Climatron's 60th birthday.
That's right.
So happy birthday to the Climatron. And I think
And-
just right around this month is 30 years since the renovation, correct? In 90?
Oh, the renovation was March 1st of 1990.
Okay.
So, yeah, very good.
Um, we were looking in here earlier at,
Mhm.
this is a little past due, but this is one of our endangered species.
Yeah, the Nesicodon was collected by the man you just saw watering, Andrew. Brought it back from Mauritius, brought the seeds back. And so we've been growing it in the garden collection now. The same with this plant too, whose name totally escapes me, starts with a C. What is it? Cylindrocline.
Yeah. So those are two.
Yeah, those are two endangered species that the garden is working on raising ex situ since they're endangered in their natural habitat. So we're getting more. Anybody who saw your previous greenhouse collection, Derek was showing, our greenhouse collection walk, Derek was showing a bench of those down in the greenhouse that we're growing on as well. Moving down to the Taka. Taka is an interesting plant. It has such a crazy little flower there. It's called bat flower. Doesn't it look like a bat?
Yeah, and when we were walking through earlier, I mean, I walked right by it. So I'm glad you thought to point it out. It's right at, it's like
And it's
below
about,
the knee.
yeah, I was just gonna say it's not even knee high, so it can easily be missed. Some more lovely cycads. The bed behind you may not look, if you flip over to that, may not look all that exciting right now, but that's actually our, we call it the IOI bed, the Indian Ocean Island bed. Those are all plants collected from the Indian Ocean Islands. Most of those are from Madagascar, but they're from Mauritius as well. And those are all plants that were wild collected.
And that's a fairly new addition, correct? In the last
Yes.
couple of
Yeah, that
years.
was like 3 years ago in April, I think, that we planted that bed. So most of those plants were about knee high. But that plant was larger. I actually started that from seed about, I don't even know, about 6 years. It's about 6 years old. It was started from seed.
So this is one of your babies, huh?
Yeah, uh-huh. Oh, yeah, as a matter of fact. Ficus sycamoris. The interesting tree. It's another one that was planted right about when the Climatron was first opened. I think it might have even predated the Climatron. That might have been in the old palm house that was built on the same site as the Climatron. Yes,
And it got,
Ficus from the old world. It grows along the Nile River in Egypt.
and all these trees got trimmed back in January, so there's quite a bit
Uh-huh.
of light in here
Yeah.
now.
They seem to be
So
leafing out nicely. Oh, there's Calamondin orange. I can see oranges hanging on it. It always has orange. They're not very tasty. I think
that was going to be my next question.
yeah, they're a little bitter.
And then
But
right
then
next to it,
right next
we
to it is the key lime, which are not bitter. They're very lovely.
there's not a ton of fruit, but there is.
It
It's a
was
little.
just blooming. It was blooming. Yeah, see, there's flowers on it. So as the summer goes, it will have more fruit on it.
So this is where everybody who, like myself, who enjoys key lime pie, this is where it comes from.
Uh-huh. Oop, I see. Where are we going there? Oh, go back. Or no, where are you going? I'm gonna check out the base of that tree. Yeah, say that's a cycad we just transplanted a few months ago with the rocks at the base that kind of hold it in place, but it seems to be doing quite well. Yeah.
We have the mosaic plant down here. Everybody loves it.
everybody loves that plant. I think they're doing like you do now. They get real close to it, and it just makes like a beautiful mosaic background. Probably makes good wallpaper on your screen.
We have some orchids here. The pot,
Mhm.
those are still.
Yeah, those are in
we did a-
pots. Yeah, both of those. We normally have there's about a dozen pots we'll rotate in and out every other week or so. So there's no matter what time of the year you come in, there'll always be blooming orchids for people to see. But there's some planted in the Climatron as well that stay in there year round, but they don't necessarily have flowers year round. And we like to always have orchids. Do me a favor, turn around. Go back to that orchid tree. Yeah, and right off to the, kind of keep going, keep going. Right there, that tree. Kind of go to the base of it. It's that Aristolochia. I'm going to see if it's got
Yeah,
any flowers.
let's
Oh, it
see.
doesn't look like no flowers on it right now.
I don't see any.
Okay.
And you have a few of these uh, Aristolochia species in here, right? The birthworts.
Yeah. Most Aristolochias are vines. It's called the Dutchman's pipe vine, but that particular Aristolochia is a tree, and it's very interesting and has really neat flowers. I wanted to see if it had any right now.
We stopped and looked at this earlier, I think.
Yeah, Calathea blue ice or ice blue. But yeah, it's related to the prayer plant.
And we have
Any flowers on the yet?
on the Cubanola. No, I don't think so.
Nope, no flowers yet. Yeah, a little early. It's more of a summer bloomer. A pretty amaryllis. Nice overview of our epiphytic garden.
So it can't. This is another one of the Aristolochia that you were saying, right? That's
Yeah, that's one of the vine species. Didn't look like it has any flowers on it yet either. Like I said, it's a little early. It just feels like summer. It's not summer yet.
It certainly feels like summer to me in here. Right?
Yeah.
For people that are curious, what's the temperature range for the Climatron typically?
Between 65 to 85 degrees. More potted orchids.
I'd say it's definitely closer to the 85 degrees.
Well, it's the problem is it's sunny, but it's still a little cool outside, and we won't start ventilating. The fans won't come on till it gets above 50 outside. So if it's not 50 outside, it can get very warm in there. Yeah. See, we have a lot of growing up on the rocks. Called Brazilian candles.
To say that again, I think we might have lost your audio for a second.
Oh, okay. So that's the chenille plant. Chenille is French for caterpillar. Flowers look like caterpillars hanging down there.
I can actually feel the temperature change as I walk lower.
Yes. As you cross the bridge, the elevation starts to drop, and it'll be cooler then as you proceed through. And it actually drops about 15 degrees between the front door and the back door. Oh, those are nice flowers hanging off that philodendron, or that's an anthurium. Isn't that nice?
And then there's
Pretty flower on that anthurium. I like that one. Pretty pink.
we had the shrimp plant here.
Golden shrimp plant. Yeah. Looking good. Moving toward the rice paddies. See, the rice is still growing nicely.
Is that where the grain comes from? Is that little?
Yeah. Yep. That's where the rice grain comes from. Grows out of the top.
I love this starfruit tree. I don't see any fruits on it or
So
flowers on
it
it
was
right now.
blooming earlier, but it didn't set any fruit. Sometimes if you look on the back half of it that overhangs the water, there'll be fruit hanging back there that kind of hides.
Not this time, I don't think.
Moving toward the pineapple. No pineapple.
No pineapples.
Apple. No jackfruit.
No jackfruit.
Okay. Cacao pods. Should have cacao. There's cacao.
This one.
That's where chocolate comes from. There are beans inside those pods. They're cocoa beans that we make the chocolate from.
And you actually made some chocolate from
Yes, I
pods,
did.
right? Have you perfected the recipe from the first time we tried it?
It's better than it was. And I do plan on making more yet, but I'm waiting till I can come back and share it with all of my coworkers. Because what's the fun of making it and eating it by myself?
Well, we appreciate that. I do. You make good chocolate.
Brugmansia. Those pink flowers are called angel's trumpet. You can see it's very happy down there in all the sunlight and the heat. It's hard to tell, but each of those trumpets is what, about 8 inches long?
Yeah, and when you get into the sort of the green at the base, I mean it's a foot even that they're hanging down. See if I can get one in the shade. It's a little.
Oh, let's look up and see the bananas. There should be bananas overhead.
Right straight above us here.
Up a little bit in the dark. They're not turning yellow yet, huh?
They're not yellow. They're still green.
Okay. Oh, can you get a close up on that? See if I've got any flowers on that. I saw that that's that smallest species of water lily.
Yeah, there's one little flower there in the
Oh, I
middle.
see it. One little flower, yeah.
If I got any closer, I would need waders.
It's good to know that it's still looking good. So
It's like the
the
guppies are
guppies, I can actually see the guppies. Yeah, we keep guppies in that pool to help with mosquito control because they will eat any of the mosquito larvae that are down in that water. Lobster claw, Heliconia purpurea. Looks like lobster claw. It's a good name for it.
We've got some more
or peace
Air-
lilies. Yeah, more aeroids. Yeah, Bathyphyllum, anthuriums, cat palm. It's a shame we don't have smell-o-vision because that particular spaff smells really good.
Oh, they do.
Uh-huh.
Wow.
I don't know why that one in particular does, but that one does.
But I know that's something that our researchers are working on. Monica Carlson is working on the taking scent samples from aeroids.
Oh, well, I'll have to make sure she gets that one
Yeah.
because I don't know why that particular plant smells so nice, but it does. Oh, that's the Pandanus tree. It was another plant that was planted when the Climatron first opened back in the 60s. And I have to admit, that is the only tree in the Climatron that I've ever personally climbed myself. Because if you look at it, it's made for climbing. It's got like a built-in ladder. I used to climb up it every year or so and knock all the dead leaves off of it.
Well, now you make me want to climb it. I won't.
It's been
Safe,
kind of passed.
safe,
It's kind of the job has kind of been passed down to younger staff that actually use climbing equipment and safety harnesses now. What is that? Where are we at? Oh, okay. There's another Ephelandra. Oh, okay,
yeah.
you're walking toward the fish tank.
Yeah.
Mm.
I'm not sure that there's too much in bloom over there, but
Oh, plants are interesting even if they don't have flowers on them.
it's
Oh, ladies' ear. That's a type of fuchsia.
and then this looks like a little bromeliad that
A
has.
little bromeliad, yeah. Type of neoregelia. Everything is looking really good. I'm happy. Over by that, yeah, keep going and over to your right, there's a bench.
Oh yeah,
Next to the bench.
it's got lots of air plants on it right now.
Oh, okay, yeah. That's when they took down the orchid show. Uh, we bring a lot of plants over after the orchid show to add to the collection.
So they're still awaiting their.
They're still waiting. Yeah, the nice thing about air plants, they'll just live there in the air. There should be a potted plant. Oh, I keep trying to use the phone to move it. Yeah, there should be a little potted tree sitting there.
Is it this one?
No, it should be small. That's a big Schefflera. There should be a small one. It may not be there anymore. It was supposed to be done.
Is it
That might
Diospora?
that's it. There. I think.
That's
Check the
a
tag in that pot.
yeah,
Diosporus. Yeah, that
Nigra.
tree. Yeah, that tree we just got given to us by Fairchild Botanical Garden. It's called the chocolate pudding tree. So that'll
And
be added to our collection when we come back.
that's an ebony, right?
Uh-huh. Yeah. It's in the ebony
Related
family. But
related to
the fruit supposedly
persimmons.
when it gets, pardon?
Related to persimmons.
Uh-huh. And yeah, very good. Diosporus is also a persimmon. But this tree, when it fruits, if you let the fruits get really overripe, they supposedly get very black and like chocolate pudding
Oh,
by some say that. So we'll
suppose
plant
we'll
it
have
and
to
give it a try.
grow this one and find out.
Uh-huh, yeah. So yeah, that'll be planted when we get back. Oh, good. I
Well,
hadn't seen it yet, so I'm excited.
we've made it from one side of the climatron to the other.
Uh-huh. Thank you so
Uh,
much, Kat. I've been waiting to see what the place looked like, so I'm very happy.
Yeah. Thank you for walking us through and adding your expertise to what we saw in bloom here.
You're welcome.
All right. We'll talk to you later.
Yeah. Okay. Can't wait to be back and see you in person.